Hi Stampers, this is Karen Phillip. I'm a Stampin Up Demonstrator and I'm pleased to show you how to make this card using a technique I'm calling, which is not the correct name, angle frame masking. I know there's probably a more technical name, but that's what I'm calling it. So here's the card, and it's basically just coloring in making frames out of a mask and then stamping some images in there. And then this is your sample for club members. So let's get started. I am using the Attention Shopper stamp set. This is a bundle, but I didn't use the dies for anything on this particular one. It's a fun set, and a lot of people say I'll never use this set because they basically focus on the shopping cart, which was my favorite part of it, and I could care less about the other items in here. But there's a cute flowers, a bag, a cake, a bottle, and a plant. And I've done some other cards using each of these elements, and they really love those cards. So you sometimes have to look past one part that you don't like in a stamp set. I've done it myself, so just saying. Okay, so let's get started here. Now this technique is not like all Stampin' Up product. The part that's not is the tape, and it's just masking tape. We used to have some masking sheets that you could, if you have any, you could put it in, you could cut them in 1/8 inch. Now I found some masking Post-it notes, but they were a 1/4 inch. A friend had given me this masking tape. It's only an 1/8 inch wide. She couldn't remember who gave it to her. She was cleaning her craft room, and so I thought, oh, that's kind of cool stuff, so I'll use it. So that's where this came from. If I find a source for it on a craft store, Amazon did not have it. But a washi tape could work, a 1/8 inch washi tape. But you just want to make sure that it's not real sticky. And to unstick it, so to speak, you can either use your fingers to make it less tacky, or you could just use your buddy and put it on there. It's just kind of a thing that you might have to do for making it so it doesn't pull up your cardstock. Okay, now I'm looking for all my Post-it notes. I know I grabbed them. There they are. Okay. So what I'm doing, I'm just taking some strips and I'm putting them on an angle and no particular pattern. I am following the pattern that I did before because it lined up and it worked well, but there really is no particular pattern. And then this one can kind of go like this. Oops. And you do the same thing on your sample. You want it kind of flat so it doesn't get ink underneath it. Then I did one going up this way. Again, doesn't have to be exact as a sample, but I just found it. I tried another one without being exact, and I had a hard time with it. So then I had to work on my colors. I had more squares, just silly things that we tend to do. I did this on my silicone sheet just so that this didn't stick as I was doing it, but now I'm going to remove it because I'll be sponging the colors on here, and you don't want to put ink on the silicone pad because this acts as an ink pad and you'll get ink all over everything. So I'm going to take this off, and you can see kind of my strips of tape. Again, washi tape would work. Alright, so I'm using Bubble Bath, Pool Party, which turned out green for some reason, and Fresh Freesia. So I like to start with lightest colors first. You can go in any order. Just a little tip to get the ink for better, I don't want to say, yeah, I guess better coverage on your blending. I'm using small blending brushes. Big ones might work, You could use your daubers, sponges, whatever you have for your blending. So I'm getting the ink onto the block of each of the colors. Well, I'll start one color. Now I will show you what I'm doing, but then I will come back or speed it up. I'll have to decide as I start this. Oh, I gotta mask it first. So I'm taking some masks using Post-it notes, and the reason why I'm doing this as well, because I don't want one color to go over this and hit another color. So and you don't need to mask off the entire, all right, I gotta stand up and do this. You don't want to mask everything off with your Post-it notes, just the part that you're working on, because it's just easier if you just move your masks around. Alright, I'm going to put some here. So I'm just going along my lines, like so, and like so. Get this out of the way. My ink is on this on this block. Grabbing as much ink as I can, and just blending it all in. And when you need more ink, the bubble bath is light, but the finished look is kind of cool. So that's why I did the bubble bath. I wanted it not too dark. So I will do this with all of the colors following within each of these little squares. But I wanted to at least show you how I did one. Now I would move this, take this off, make sure your tape stays on, like so, like so. And now I'll move it to the other pink one, which is going to be down here, and mask that off accordingly. And then just ink it up with each of the colors. So I will come back when they're finished. Okay, I'm back. So I have taken the ink and I've filled in each of the squares in a different color. You could use more colors, less colors. These three seem to combine nicely, so that's what I used. Now we need to stamp, and I like to keep for classes, so we keep everything all in one container, so we're not mounting and unmounting and losing things. So I will take my stamps and randomly put them in each of the squares. I'm going to put the cake, and this could be any occasion as well. It doesn't have to be a birthday or whatever. It could be any occasion, but you can do whatever. This would probably look really cute in a fall colors. That would be pretty with fall coming upon us. I'm doing it's a little plant. I'm doing that in all the greens. So these two, there is a piece right here that will pull off and you'll get two different pieces of it. This one I'm putting here, like that, like so. There's a little bit of green here. This one I'm not going to worry about because the Just For You circle goes right in there. Got some bottles here. I'm going to put one down here, a couple up here. Oh, so this one, I have the bottle that I wanted to extend up, so I'm going to put a mask down so I don't get it on the other colors, like so. And this one can go up here, and this one can go right here. And then I'll remove that mask. See, that way it didn't stamp there. I'm going to use the same mask again for the flowers because I don't want them to go in this part. Here's the flowers, like so. And then this one I will use the little shopping bag. And again, you can use more than one image in each square or just one. This one I'm just putting one, and that's the shopping bag. So that's all the images, and then I have the sentiment. It says Just For You. This is a 1 3/4 inch circle. I'm just going to stamp it right away, like so. And then I can put everything away. Or you don't use anything, either putting it in a case. cover up my ink since I already got myself all full of ink in an earlier recording. All right, now we will take our strips, and here I messed up a little bit, but you'll pull them off gently, because if it's too sticky, then it will pull up the paper. So I'm at a cross one here. Oh, there's another cross one. So you want to pull off where they'll come off. So we'll continue. Whoops, I can hear my paper tearing. So we'll go the other direction. And again, that's the biggest thing you have to be concerned with is see how this was stamped as one, now it's two pieces? You want to go real gentle. Okay, so take this one off now. And you leave those edges over so you have something to grab when you're trying to pull them off. Oh, good thing that is the part where the sentiment goes. Alright, so now I'm going to pull this one off. And these. Gets kind of messy. There we go. There. Just a little bit of damage here, but again, the sentiment will go there. And here my tape moved. But it's a card. It's still a cute card. And this I will just pop up there. But to put the card together, I mean, it's no big deal, but what I wanted to show you is when you put a black behind that, it just pops all those colors. So, like, it's okay, but when you put the black, it just pops everything, I think. And then, because I use fresh freesia, then I just put it all in there, pop this up, put a gem, just one gem here, and on the inside I did do a little bit of masking, put the color, and then I just put one of the images, which was a bottle. So that's it for this card. I hope you enjoyed watching it, and I hope you can make it, and thanks for watching. Have a great day.